Hello, y'all, and welcome back to my bookish vlog. Y'all, I'm excited because we're doing our January wrap up. Y'all, I read 5 books. I'm excited about that. So let's get into it. So y'all, let's get into the 5 books that I read for the month of January. And I love the month of January because it's also my birthday month. And I have my coffee I Am Enough mug. And so I really enjoyed all the books. And so we're going to talk a little bit about it. And also I want to show you how I decorated just a January wrap up for my journal. And so I'm excited, y'all, for this year and the books that I have. And you see all those books right there. I got to put them up. I did a video, I think it was last Thursday, showing you my birthday haul. And those are all the books. And I'm excited to get into those as well. So, but y'all are here for my January wrap up. So let's get started on that. So the first book I actually read for the month of January was the Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. Y'all, when I tell you I really enjoyed this book, it's a life-changing tool that millions of people can't stop talking about, the Let Them Theory. And I find myself always saying, let them. Let them be who they are. Let them. If something happened, let them. That's who they are. But don't change how you are. I just love this book. But the one thing that I realized, chapter 3 was the one that really impacted me the most. And I'm gonna tell you, when I need some tabs because y'all look up, I just highlighted so much in this chapter, more than any chapter, but it really did something for me. And the 3rd chapter was about, shocker, life is stressful. And I guess I was going through a phase where I was kind of stressed out for the month of the month of December and half of January. I didn't do too much in my business. Y'all, I just took some time off. That was really good, right? I took some time off. I mean, I still had orders come in or whatever, but I wanted to share this with you because this chapter meant a whole lot to me, but I have to find it. So let's see. I wrote it down. So I found it. It's kind of long, but I wrote about chapter 3. Life is stressful has been the most impactful for me so far. Over the last few days, I've been experiencing persistent headaches, which I now realize are a reflection of the stress I'm under. There's so much happening in my life all at once. And I've come to see that I haven't truly taken the time to enjoy several meaningful moments in my life. One of the biggest challenges is the difficulties I have disconnecting from my business, which operates out of my home. This lack of separation has made it hard for me to find balance. I've also recognized that I am a procrastinator and I haven't been taking proper care of myself. A few weeks ago, I hit a point of burnout, and this chapter helped me to see that I'm living in a constant state of fight or flight. Reading this chapter was an eye-opener, helping me acknowledge these patterns and inspiring me to make changes. I'm realizing the importance of prioritizing my well-being and breaking free from these cycles to create a more fulfilling life. So for me, this chapter right here meant a whole lot. Like, some of the chapters really spoke to me, but not like chapter 3. The chapters on friendship, I look at it a little bit differently, but it still was helpful in really finding out about myself, and when it comes to friendship and meeting new people and all of those things. But I really believe that this book is very life-changing. I did give it a 5 stars, each its own, but I really loved it because it spoke personally to me. And so when a book can speak personally to me, make me laugh, make me want to be a better me, it's a 5 star for me. Okay, so the next book, I Think I Might Need You, is the second book to the Love Sisters. So here's the book, I Think I Might Need You. I read the first book last year. It's 3 books, I think, in the series. And I will read the 3rd book probably this month, because it's not a bad read at all. This book is 138 pages, so it's not bad at all. But I did write something about this book, so let me get to that. I said I was gonna all have this all like organized for you before I get on here, but of course not. But this book follows, let's see, I have it here, Joy and her ex-boyfriend. Was it Teddy? I think his name was Teddy. Yes, Teddy and Joy. Or Joya. It's Joya, actually. So on Goodreads, y'all, I'm starting to use Goodreads. I'm excited about that. I'm really happy that I started Goodreads, and I started writing stuff in it, because last year I just posted, put the 3, 4, 5 stars on there and keep it moving. But I decided that I want to start writing about the books that I've read. Okay, so in Goodreads, I said I enjoyed this book. However, I wanted more. Joy and Teddy's interaction was comical, and I loved their chemistry. I really did. It felt a little flat. I just wanted more out of their relationship. I wanted to read more about their relationship. Even though you get some of it, I just needed some more interaction, some more chemistry, all of that, which they had good chemistry in the book, but I just wanted something more in the book. And I just can't tell you what it was. When I read a book, her first book to me was good. Like, I like Christina C. Jones, but I gave this a 3 stars. Just felt, I just wanted more out of their relationship. Just felt surprised, like the pregnancy. That's not a spoiler, because you see the pregnancy test on the cover. So that's not a surprise. I was entertained. I laughed. However, it was just something missing. But the writing was excellent and I was engaged. But at the end, I still wanted more. So I gave it a 3 stars. I mean, I do recommend this book, but the thing about it is, I just wanted more. I wanted more. So that's it for that particular book. And the next book I read, I don't know if I'm going in order of how I read these books, but I think A Not So Meet Cute. Y'all, this is the very first book. I do have the other 2. And this follows Lottie and Huxley. And if you've seen the movie Pretty Woman, this is a Pretty Woman vibes book. And I love Pretty Woman with Julia Roberts. And what's the man name? Oh my gosh, I can see his face. I just can't think of his name. But anyway, if you love that story, you would definitely, if you love that movie, you would definitely love this book. So let me see if I wrote something about this. Oh, I forgot to write the review in here, but I do have a review. I just didn't transfer it over. Let's see. Really didn't. But I will go back and write something. I thought I did, but I didn't write anything. But I really love the chemistry. I love, it did give me that vibe of Pretty Woman. But it was just, it was good, y'all. And I gave it a 5 stars. So it was entertaining to me. It was just comical. It was funny. And I love how everything worked out for them. Of course, everything worked out for them, but it was just really a cute, funny, romantic story. And I did give it a 5 star. I thought I wrote something about it, but let's just move on. But it was a really good book. The next book was The Coldest Winter by Brittany Cherry. Y'all, Brittany Cherry cannot go wrong with, I love Brittany Cherry books. She cannot go wrong for me. I always love her books, and I did give this a 5 stars as well. But this follows Milo. But I did write something about it. So let's go. So this is on Goodreads as well. So you can follow me on Goodreads. It's I didn't know he was forbidden until after One Night Stand. I met Milo. I think, did I write? Let's see. Is this the one? No, this is not mine. Wait a minute. I'm reading the back of the book, y'all. Give me a minute. Okay, I found mine. Okay, so I did find it. I gave it a 5 stars. Brittany Cherry delivers yet another breathtaking story with The Coldest Winter. A forbidden love tale that tugs at the heartstrings. This book had me completely captivated from the first page to the last, and it did because the writing is so good. The story follows Milo, a man whose life seems to be unraveling, and Starlet, a woman who has meticulously planned every detail of her future. She had it down to the T, like writing how, when she want to get married, when she want to have kids, just wow. Some people do that. I just can't do that. Where was I? Their worlds collide at a fraternity party, and from that moment, everything changes. Y'all know the fraternity parties. And from that moment, everything changes. Starlet, who has always played it safe, steps outside of her comfort zone in a way she never imagined. And sometimes you have to step outside your comfort zone. Sometimes. I'm gonna leave it like that. Meanwhile, Milo, weighted down by his struggles, finds something unexpected in her hope. I love this because when they meet, it was just what he said to her, and she was like, oh, let me get out of this comfort zone. Let me not do the things that I normally would do. And what happened in the story, you know, she was hoping that she was going to get engaged and all of that, but y'all would see that what happened really ticked me off. The chemistry between them is undeniable, and their emotional journey is raw, heartfelt, and beautifully written. Cherry has a way of crafting characters that feel real, which is so true, making you root for them, cry with them, and celebrate their victories. And every book that I've read by her has given me that feel, that that feel that it is real. Like you can have this too, you know? Her writing is just spectacular. I just love her books. And I was just like, okay, this is February. Going into the month of February, I do want to read another book by Brittany Cherry. I have the Element series that I really want to finish with her. And the next book is Silent Waters. Is it the Element? I think it's called the Element series. But anyway, I just love her writing. And if you've never read anything by Brittany Cherry, you should. I highly recommend her, for real. And I did get a lot of her books on my birthday haul because I want her collection. I really do. Okay, what I love most about this book is how it explores love in its most vulnerable form, because two people who lost the most important people in their lives come together. Oh my gosh. Two people finding each other in the midst of chaos and uncertainty. It's a story of resilient growth and the kind of love that transforms you. If you love emotional, gripping romance with depth and passion, The Coldest Winter is a must read. Yo! I'm serious. I just love this. Listen, I am a romance girl at heart. And I love just Hallmark movies. I love, even though y'all people say it's always the same thing, you know, they're going to get together. I don't care. I just love for real. And The Coldest Winter gave me that. It is so funny because when you look at a student teacher type relationship, but when you look at it from an age point of view of 19 and she just turned 21, y'all, it was excellent. I love it. So I digress right now because honestly, it was like, I want to read this book again. Like, I literally want to read this book again because it just gave me all that romantic feels, that vibe that I was looking for, and just listening to it and reading it at the same time, it was just so perfect. But anyway, so my last book is a fantasy romance book that I really didn't know if I was going to get through this book or not, but then it became so interesting. Like, it started off really good, and then towards the middle, I kind of like got uninterested, only because I had so much going on, and then I had to stop for a moment and go back, and I started listening to the chapters I read because I was like, okay, I'm missing something here. And when I went back to it, I was like, okay. So I did give this book a 3.5 stars. It wasn't bad at all. I really, towards the end, I love the chemistry, honestly, between the villain and Evie Sage. So it was funny to me because at first I thought, to be honest, when I was reading the book, I thought Evie and Sage was two people, because the villain would call her Evie sometimes and would call her Sage another time. So I was like, are they talking about Evie, or are they talking about, is Evie and Sage two different people? But it's one person, because duh, Anika, if you would have looked at it and said Evie Sage, then you would have known, because I didn't read the back of the book. I didn't read the back of the book. And maybe if I did, okay, that was my fault. But I still gave it a 3.5 stars. I could bump it up to 4, but it was really good. I'm not going to say it wasn't, but I had to go back. I'm not going to lie. I think because I had so much going on, and that I really wasn't focused on when I was reading, because I kept pausing, going back, pausing, going back. And so I realized that I can't do that all the time, because, and so when I went back to it, I was so engrossed in this book because this was my very first fantasy book. I didn't know really what to expect. I haven't read a fantasy book before, so I didn't know what to expect. So when it says fantasy romance, I'm thinking, how my romance books are. But I do get it now. I really do. And it's just interesting that I started to enjoy this book overall. So I probably should bump it up to 4. What you think? But I was going to stick to 3.5 stars. And Evie Sage was... I really, towards the end, the twist of it, I didn't really think it was a person that was trying to get the villain or whatever. I never expected that. I really thought I thought it was somebody else in the book. I really did. So I think that got me intrigued. I might just bump it up to 4. I'm gonna bump it up to 4. I am, because when I think about it, I was thinking about this book after I finished it, and I was just like, okay, Sage and the villain, which is, his name was Tristan. It was really cute. It was really cute. And you can tell that when they first met, that they had chemistry. And then when she started working for him, really working closely with him, like their feelings kind of grew with each other. And so, and then towards the end, when things begin to happen, I was just like, ooh, the chemistry there. And then at the end, to find out, the things about Tristan that happened to him in his past, and to find about Evie, what happened to her, just made the story so much better. So you know what? I'm gonna have to give it a 4 stars, y'all. But I did very well. I'm sorry about the noise, the car that's passing by, but I'm gonna give it a 4 stars, y'all. I am going to give it a 4 stars because when I think about it, I really did enjoy this book. I really did, and very intrigued by it. So yeah, we're gonna give it a 4 stars. But it was a really good book. Assistant to the Villain is the name of the book. I am so happy that I did read this book. Look at this, y'all. So the second one, it is another book. Another one is, I can't remember what the second one is called. Apprentice to the Villain. I think that's what it's called. And then there's another one coming out later on in the year. So 5 books, y'all. I am so happy that I was able to really, read all of these books, and really am happy that these were some of them was life-changing, some was funny, but still wanted more out of it. Love this book, and this book I really had a good month of reading. And so let me show you how I put my journal together. I don't know if I showed it on this. I know I did a flip through of my journal, my book journal, but I also want to do my 25 books in 2025. I haven't done that yet. I want to do that on camera because I want to show you how I do my books, my little mini books here. And so, yeah, I'm excited. I think I had this upside down, y'all. The mini books that I kind of like paste on here. So this is my January wrap up. I'm just going to put it right here. So this is my January wrap up. And so I'm going to change this to 4 stars. This one was 3. And so this is my January wrap up. I love it. I love it. And so we're going to move on to February and see what books that I want to read. I try to stick to my reading goal for, that is definitely my intention. If I'm saying that I want to read certain books, I really want to be intentional about reading those books. So we'll see. Sometimes I don't want to read the books I pick out, but I'm trying to be more intentional about what I am reading and what I say that I'm going to read to keep up with it. So I'm excited about February, moving into February and seeing how many books that I can read in the month of February, but I'm excited that I read 5 books in the month of January. So I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you read any of these books and how do you feel about what I rated them. I was telling myself that I really didn't want to rate books or whatever, but my rating system is totally different than other people. If I learn something, if I'm happy, if I think about a book, I do give it a 4 to 5 stars. And if I needed more, it will be like a 3.5 or 3 stars. But like I needed more in the Christina Jones book. Even though it was funny, it was hilarious, I still needed more. But let me know in the comments. I will talk to y'all on my next video. Bye.